Howdy, howdy, folks. Happy, once again, sunny Sunday to everybody. And a few sunny Sundays in a row here, which is kind of nice. After having a string of really dreary ones back in the last couple months. Who all's here this morning? Me! Oh, right, I knew that. We have Nimue Dulac and Joshua Saruta, Dershep, Wade Parker, and Pinix. We got Calzamar and Snowbot. Welcome, Snowbot. I think you're, are you a new face around town here? We've got Inga Raymond and Mindy. Welcome, everyone. Anyway, today's stream had a bit of a close call. I don't know if you can hear it, but I am still getting over something my youngest gave to me. So I may be a little slow today, but I guess you're all used to that. Hey, Ryuga, welcome. Good to see everybody here this morning. No, the old bot with a different name. Oh, okay. So you're previously underpaid bot, Snowbot. Hey there, Content Moth. Welcome. Good to have you back. Everyone is sick? Yeah. Yeah, so Kurazumi started it. And then I got it. And now Kurazini has something. Not sure what it is yet. So, yeah, it's it's that time of year. It's winter, and Kurazumi is going back to preschool. So, of course, you know, picking up all the fun things that have been circulating. Are you a finally well-paid bot? Hey there, Hopeful Dreamer. Welcome. Don't know cash for your botting. You ran out of scones, you're making more bagels. Nimue is dog sitting, your creature is so sad. Uh-oh. He wants Phil's scones. You don't miss the daycare / school petri dish days? Yeah. Yeah, the worst is like, and my parents were guilty of this too, of, you know, oh, you're sick, but not that sick. Your fever's only 99.5. Go to school anyway. It's like, come on. I mean, to be fair, if I was kept home when my fever was, you know, that or you know, a very mild fever, I'd have missed, you know, like a quarter of school days. You know? I feel like everyone went to school sick. I guess they still do. What's on the menu today? We'll get to that in just a moment, Joshua. I'm gonna wait till 10 o'clock hits and we can go over it. It's actually a fairly short list, so... And I mean, you'll see. I'm being hyperbolic even now. Well, I spy 10 o'clock, speaking of which. So let's bring you on to the game. Whoop. There we go. Well, hello everyone, my name is Kurazar, and welcome back to Vintage Story Desert Life, where we did a lot of clay making last time. Clay forming. So, to answer a question from the chat pre-start here, what's on the menu? We have one thing Temple interior conversion. Now this kind of covers a bunch of things, so I'm going to kind of just, I'm just going to feel my way through it today. I think I want to start with the big column that is sort of halfway between the door and the altar area. So we'll do it. But yeah, so on Wednesday's chore stream, we did a lot of strip and nail making, and we did a lot of clay forming. We started, we laid these out so that we can finish up these next time, and then kind of be done with the blue clay. But we do have over here a whole box somewhere, where we go, full of planters ready to fire, so that we can eventually use them over in the temple. I'm just going to scoot these into this bin down here, just because. There we go. They're at least separated a little bit. Go there. Stay the line. Hey there, Sanmazka. And Genesis is here as well. Welcome, welcome. You just fake a headache when the day is overwhelming. Yeah, I can't hardly blame you there. Let's go put away the things... Oh my. Sorry guys. Vintage Story just crashed. That's a new experience for me. Let's see if we can bring that back. Yeah, I killed the music all right. I'm a little disappointed that the technical difficulties screen doesn't come up. So with the game stream as it is, here we go. Is this working now? Not quite. Open the selector, Windows, Vintage Story. There we go. How's that? Okay. That's interesting. You guys all seeing what I'm seeing now? I sure hope you are. Yeah, I don't know why. I just when I went to crouch, the game stopped. So I wonder if there's an issue with that mod. The holding the stay crouched mod. Toggle crouch. Now, this thing again. There we go. Alright, so we are back. We are indeed back. That's good. It's a good change. Alright, so hopefully it doesn't happen again. Because that could cause us to lose progress if it happens at an inconvenient time. So put you away. And you away. I might need to go through and I haven't done a mod update in a while. I mean, given how old 1.21 is, it's unlikely there are a lot of, like, really new changes to mods. But we'll see. And how long will you last on me? 2 days. Okay, so 3 is about right. Got a little bit of pie. And these are getting a little long in the tooth here. Oh boy. You know what? Do you know what? Maybe we start with something else. So I was going to start, like I was saying, with working on beautifying the temple. What if we instead start by doing something that someone suggested a while ago, as well as something I've been suggesting, which is, why don't we start making the functional areas today and get them at least roughed in so we can use them? Because it would be nice to be able to move this food over to the temple so that when we need food, we don't have to just, come back here through the translocator. We can just stay at the temple, grab some food, and go. Yeah, I think that sounds like a good idea. But let's see, who else is here? We got Benny Custom, and we have, I saw another face here. Metal. Yeah, Desiree Winter Person. Welcome. Welcome, guys. Maybe crouching while using the stairs. Yeah, I mean, I think it was the crouch mod itself. I wasn't quite on the ladder yet. But it's solved now, so And I think that was the mod that broke a couple weeks ago. Remember where it just didn't work, like at all? So I wonder if there is an issue with that mod. Just generally speaking. Alright, so... what do you guys think? I'll put up a little poll here. Let's see. Poll. Start poll. Cosmetic or functional? Start. So when I say start, it means like, well, I want to get to the cosmetic stuff too. But I figure we can decide together. Cosmetic or functional? Start poll. There we go. And while that's going, I will just double check I don't need anything else while we're here. I don't think there's any materials I want to bring with us. Oh, no. Maybe you know what? Do we need wood? I think we have a lot of acacia over there. So maybe I'll bring over a couple stacks of each kind of wood, just to have something to build with. Noting that if we're building a cellar today, we will not want to use wood in the construction, even though we can use wood decorations inside. Treasure overflow, nothing really useful here. Except for the cat mask. Very useful, that cat mask. Okay. Anything in here I want to bring? No. 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 Although, interesting, you can use glass in a basement, which is kind of weird to me, because it's considered a ceramic. So you can use glass in a cellar just fine, as long as it doesn't let sunlight in. Alright, so I think that's good there. Let's grab Kapok, acacia, and stick. I guess we'll grab some Kapok. Like 3 of you. And we already have a bunch of acacia over there, so I'm not going to grab more of that. And I think we already have a bunch of purple heart over there, too. In fact, I'm pretty sure most of our stock is over there. Where's our Persona arc? If the pies are going to go bad, you can bake them in the oven to scorch them. You lose some nutrition, but they'll last longer. I'm not really concerned about preserving the pies. I'll eat them until they start rotting, and then I'll just go back to using crocs. So what do we have over here? Yes, plenty of wood in every flavor of the rainbow. Oh, we do already have 4 of these. But I think I knew that. I think. Alright, so can I merge anything here? No. I can't. But you don't really belong here. Neither do you. Let's make a little bit of room here, and we're just going to pop these in there. I'm going to throw you guys into this bin here. Not the pies. Just you two. What a load of crock. Yeah. Hey there, sci-fi guy. Welcome. Okay, so yeah, we're making some really good progress in here. I'm really happy with the gardens, how they came out. So I'm going to keep them as they are. And even, so while I was trying to get the screenshots, I advanced time to like the next morning to get a good lighting. And actually these, all 3 had grown. This should be, all 3 have grown. Oh, sweet. Okay, cool. Well, that's that, I guess. So you still have time on the orange trees. But yeah, so this is kind of, let me back up a little bit. This is kind of the general vibe we're going to have here. Where it'll be a nice big bushy garden with a little bit of what's the word I'm looking for? Texture, height difference. There we go. It should look nice. I do have a feeling that the orange trees could get a little too bushy. If they do, I might see if I can trim them back. I don't know. Hey there, Lake Filter. You're trying to catch up? Well, welcome to a live stream for the first time in a while. Good to see you again. Alright, so functional seems to be winning pretty handily. And to that end, let's get to it. I'm thinking what we'll do is over on this corner, this will be our corner for storage. Like this whole wing will be storage. Mostly for everything. Everything that can go in a trunk and doesn't have a spoil timer, that will belong over here. And then over on that side, over here, this will be kind of our functional corner. Things like leather making and cooking, and of course food storage, all those kinds of things, this will be done over here. What else will be over here? Leather making, other things. Basically everything that isn't smithing. So that'll go over here. And then we'll build a cellar. Probably we'll just use this corner and we'll close this in, and we'll build a little doorway here with some doors. We can even use, I think we have some spare of these doors we can use. And we'll turn this into a little corner cellar. And maybe even more than that. We might want to make it a little bigger because we're currently kind of low on space in our current cellar. Granted, I'm storing more than I really should in a cellar. But it might be nice to have a little more space. Who am I kidding? It's a complete waste of space. Let's be real here. I could just take out the crates we have that are storing the clay, and we'd have plenty of room. So I want to make sure we have enough. We have one stack of these, okay. So let's grab the wedgie, the hammer. We're going to need you. We've already got a bunch of you lying around. And we're going to recreate, for now, we're going to recreate just this area in here. Like, I'm not going to floor the whole thing. We'll make the floor in this corner over there. And then we'll basically build it out to here. And in fact, you know what? I feel like making this where the doorway is perfect. That means we do have more space in here for storage and things. We will need to build out this rear wall a bit, or maybe we'll use it because I think this is flush. Okay, so we can put our shelves there. Yeah, I think that's what I'll do. Looks so cool. Hey, thanks, Desiree. And Drifter Hater Club is here, as well as Oak Tree. Unitrunks are more efficient than chests, but once you have CarryOn, you prefer chests. Yeah, that is one of the nice things about them. Luckily, we don't really have a ton of storage, or more specifically, a ton of things that got to be moved. So I think we can probably move that in a chores stream. I think we're not going to move everything today, but I think in like a chores stream, maybe this coming Wednesday, we can focus on the clay forming, and then while that's firing, we can start moving some stuff. Let's go ahead and sleep. It is almost 8 o'clock at night. Probably going to get assaulted here in just a second anyway. Maybe we won't crash. The desert looks a lot less natural than last time. Does it feel weird that the trees are not under open sky? Not to me. And the reason I would say it's not unnatural to me is that, like, if you go to like a, well, I guess if you're of a similar age or older than I am, and you go to any, or you've been to any like mall, you know, which is, you know, it's like a big building with interior walkways and places where you can buy food, then they'll often have rather large potted trees or trees in like in-ground planters. Let's take care of this jerk. Yeah. Come on. Anything good for me? Nope. Okay. That was useless. Alright, so let's start by getting some more ashlar going. The dye barrels will take a while. Yeah, we can carry, what, 2 at a time? One on our back and one in our hands. And it's we can waddle our way through. But again, that'll be for a chores stream, where it is my goal to bore you guys to sleep. That way you sleep well at night. Your mother's called. You're staying up too late. All of you. See, I think we're gonna just fill up on this for a bit. See how this goes. Or specifically how far it goes. I do what I want, Mom. You'd be concerned if your mother called you? Uh-oh. Sometimes the beehive kilns stop working if one leaves the chunk. Oh, you know what? You know what? I think we did experience that, didn't we? Shoot. So that, yeah, okay, you raise a fair point. That might be a problem. Ooh, oh, unpause game, please. Movable. There we go. Pause game again. Okay, there we go. Be a very long distance call for you if your mother called. Okay, so if that's the case with the beehive kilns, we may have to just rethink that whole plan. Curse you! We're spouting truths. Alright, so let's go ahead and we're going to just plop some flooring down here. It came out to about here, right? So I'll do one block out just so we have a lip to stand on when we get in and out of the door here. Oops. Go. And we're gonna need you to move temporarily. And just to answer or re-answer a question that has come up here and there over the years is, does player-placed light spoil cellars? And the answer is no, it does not. I'm also realizing that I could probably have made these floors out of slabs. And that would have been very smart of me, but I'm not very smart, so there we go. Yeah, so cellars only need you to keep out sunlight, primarily. And yes, we're not going to have the most, like the bestest of the bestest cellar here, by virtue of, 1, we're in the desert, 2, we are going to have doors, and 3, we kind of have some sunlight coming here. It's gonna be weaker as it has to come around and through this door to where the cellar's going to be. And maybe we could even like do like a double airlock cellar or something where we do like a door and then another door. But yeah. Hazard broke your beehive kiln the other day? Uh-oh. Alright, so let's go see how we have these columns set up. Do we have enough of these? Good. I'm also going to grab what chert we might have here, if we have any left. I think I used it, didn't I? Oh, I have some left, okay. Grab you. We're going to grab you. And you. I'm going to take a real quick hydration break. Well. Okay. We're back. Everything's right in the world. Oh. What? Oh. I guess he walked up over there, since that's got ground floor access, basically. I saw the gazelle bound over the the railing there. That's too funny. Alright, so we're going to come out 1 block away, lined up with these guys. Okay. And I think we're going to need to probably get rid of this arch here. This part, I'm not sure what we're going to do about it. This one's a little sus. Actually, maybe the answer is we do something like this. Oh, so we have just a smaller thing here. Let's tear this down a little bit. We'll keep the roof there. But the actual archway and the door should be here. Yeah. And maybe it would be smart for us to think about what's going to be here eventually. And maybe these will also become chert. Just for something different, you know? Like some other color that's not yellow. Just a thought, guys. I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to remove the pole here, by the way, since we are indeed moving ahead with functional stuff first. Uh-oh. Dad joked. A beekeeper was indicted after he confessed to years of stealing at work. They charged him with embezzlement. Uh-oh. Dun dun dun. Alright, so just for argument's sake, let's go ahead and let's in fact pretend like we're going to use chert for this. That should do. Now I have to get up there. Go. We have this going across here. So, this one's going to be a little trickier. We'll just, for now, we're going to do this. That will need to get chiseled or something eventually. But we'll see. Okay. Hey there, Ryan Richardson. Welcome. And then, so we have this cornery thing going on here. We're gonna build this up like it is over there. So we have a little bit of this going on. We're gonna do that to help with this. Okay, so then we're gonna have we're going to need actually more solid walls. So I think what we'll do here is this would normally be where we put the up and down stairs. Let's keep going with these first. So we'll have our ceiling layer directly above this, so it'll be right underneath that. So that's about where we can stop there. So my thought here is what we can do is you can use chiseled blocks as part of your cellar, kind of. They do need to be considered insulating blocks, and you still want their base block type to be ceramic, soil, or in this case, stone. So here we have insulating block face. So even though these are half blocks, they're basically half a block thick, this is still considered insulating, so it should work just fine for a cellar. Let's go ahead and we're going to grab, I guess, some of these, and we'll throw in a very basic ceiling here. Uh-oh, with sand too. Sand to fill in the gaps. I have some over here. Plenty. Yes, I want the sand to just sit back in here, where it will never be seen. But it'll keep things from spawning back there and annoying the heck out of us. And while I certainly could put sand above these, I think because we're more likely to change this out at some point, I'm going to not put sand above here. I'll just fill this in with probably dirt, actually. Yeah, we'll put dirt up here. It's going to be a little easier to deal with. Let's do out to about there. Go. Ah, that indoor fog, yes. Very nice. Oh, we got another tree growing here. A baby one. A baby tree. Okay, so let's get our ceiling in here. And bear in mind that we're going to have some leeway to play with the ceiling because we'll have that floor above us. So we have ceiling and then a layer of floor. So actually, it reminds me, I should count this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so we do actually want to make this a little smaller because cellars only function, as I recall, unless something's changed. We want a 7 by 7 by 7 maximum. Basically, 7 blocks in each direction maximum. So we may need to reconsider how we do the doorways. Like maybe we have a doorway here, but then we have the actual door sunk in, or we do the double airlock thing, which is not as attractive to me because we'd have to put it like somewhere really ugly. So I'm thinking maybe we just push the we push this in by a block or something. Or something. That had me thinking. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's fill it in and let's see what kind of stellar bonus we do get before we start making changes to it. Oops. Not to worry, I have just the thing to get you out of my way. See? Yeah, and I feel like we'll definitely want to do like smoother sandstone for the ceiling. Just again, to keep the... give us a new texture to look at, I guess. Okay. So yeah, so before we get too excited, let's go ahead and we're going to wall this in. I think we do need to fill corners in, don't we? So let's go ahead and we'll do that on the inside here. That. And let's also go grab or make... Oh, we have a basket on our back. We can just plop basket down and see what the spoil bonus is. The spoil timer's like. Hey there, Pixel Pair and Hazard 151 and Kava 42. Welcome. I don't know, Kava, if it's maximum of 7 in each dimension, or if it's a maximum of 7 cubed. No, cubes. So we're gonna find out. I guess I could use dirt here to fill this in, but I'm not. I'm smart like that. Okay, so let's go ahead and we're going to pop this in. The music will probably die, unfortunately. Oh, out of dirt. Goodbye. So we have the house bonus right now. Yeah, I'm thinking we might have to shrink it after all. Airspeed is 2.4x. So even though we are indeed encased on all sides by stone, we do need to bring it in a little bit. Okay. It's unfortunate. Tell you, let's grab some more dirt, and let's fiddle with it. Dirt here? Ah, I did bring some. Cool. Alright, so... my mouse is stuck. There we go. It's weird. My first inclination is to say, why don't we just double up the walls, honestly? Oops. And what I don't know is we have these ashlar slabs, I think. Oh, nice. That's a fun lighting issue. Actually, it's a texture issue. Look at the texture changes when I get close. That is wild. Anyway, so I think these are insulating, but I'm not positive, so let's seal her up and see what happens. 2.4. Okay. Let's knock out all of these slabs and see if replacing them with dirt fixes any of our problems here. If it does, then I think we'll have our answer. If it doesn't, then I think we do need to bring it in one more block. Okay, so that... let's go ahead and we're going to plop some dirt in here. Oops, not like that. Boop. Okay. Still 2.4, okay. So what happens if we bring all of these walls in by one? That should bring us to our maximum dimension of 7. And if so, then I think we can just thicken up the doorway and be done with it. Be happy with that. Hey, there we go. So that was the problem. All right, so this is our maximum dimension here. What happens if I do that? 2.4 instantly. Okay. So I guess we are indeed going to be building a double thick wall, which makes sense. I mean, you know, if we want to insulate something, we would indeed want more material between us and the outside. So it makes sense. Plaster would be nice. Make it a bit brighter and airy inside. Yeah, plaster would be nice. It's a little intensive to make, although we could buy some. I don't think white plaster fits our design aesthetic though, so I think we're gonna stick with stone. I think what we'll do though is let's go ahead and we're gonna knock all this out again. Everything we just placed is coming right back out. And I think what we'll do for this interior bit here is we're just going to kind of fudge it because we're not going to be able to see any of this exterior wall. So that means we can play with the inside here kind of as much as we want, and it won't bite us. That might actually just mean that we have, yeah, let me see here. We can take out this, first of all. So we can save a little bit of material this way, and we'll just pack some dirt in here. So bang, 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 done. That then gives us a little bit of room to play with the design here. Like maybe we do some kind of just a simple single archway. So we'd have a solid wall back here, but we could put some kind of design in here, you know, that our shelves follow. Let's go ahead and we're going to, again, tear all this out. So it is indeed seven blocks in any one direction. Okay. Not a total of 7 times 7 times 7 blocks. Okay, get you out of here. It's kind of like a horror movie where like I'm tearing the wall out and all that's behind it is more wall. You said the interior should be all Purple Heart. Well, unfortunately, that actually is not possible. That would end up ruining the cellar aspect of it. Recess the door from the outside. Yes, we'll actually have to. So the door is going to have to be on this block here. Absolutely. Right, let's go see. I think we have a couple doors lurking somewhere. If not, we can make a few more. I do think I want to stick with mostly using these nice big doors, even in the cellar. But I think we're going to have to see if they count as a ceiling type door or not. I don't know if they do, because they're considered doors, not gates, so they might seal. I think I have the spare acacia here. Grab a couple of these. Oops. I thought I also had some doors lurking. Okay, plenty of slabs at least. Okay, maybe they're upstairs. Walks like cobblestone. Yeah, you know what? That feels nostalgic to me somehow. I mean, it's a food cellar. What is food but baked beans? Ah, here we go. Already have some. Sweet. Perfect. So we're gonna rebuild our dumb wall. I just tore it down. Yeah. Okay, so it's close enough. Doors. Let's see, do we come from the outside? No, we're gonna go on the inside. So that and that. Okay. And then that and that. Alright. So we'll build up. But done for tearing this all down now, so we still have to test it. Make sure the doors actually work. You guys get to see Corazar building something, tearing it down, building it again, tearing it down again, and rebuilding it a third time. Aren't you glad you came today? Alright. We're getting there. Almost there. Alright, what do we got? 0.28, I'll take it. So, I think opening doors does, or does not change it, I forget. Okay, so opening doors does, in fact, change it. So, we want to make sure we keep these doors closed. So it isn't the best seller. I'll put it that way. 0.3. It's still decent. It's still decent. Yeah, so we only be shaving off another tiny bit of time by having a much more sealed cellar. So, or adding time, I guess is the word. Not shaving it off. All right, so these doors do work. It's good to know. And yeah, let's go ahead and tear this out again. So we can finally build with the materials we're going to use here. It's funny, even though we're using a steel shovel, this still feels slow just because of, you know, old experience with the other block game. Like, didn't I tear this a lot faster? If we only had passive coolers. There's a mod that lets you bring in ice into a cellar, and it'll cool the temperature. Something else we could do, which I'm not going to do, is we could build our cellar way up high, where the ambient temperature is colder. Because the ambient temperature does affect the cellar's minimum temperature. Basically, the cellar will... A full cellar will cap the temperature at, I believe, 5 degrees Celsius. But if the ambient temperature is below that, then it uses that temperature instead, down to, I think, like -10 or so. At -10, you get the most benefit out of cool timers. All right, hydration break. Building up high doesn't do that? Oh, really? I thought it did. I thought building up high where it was cold enough, the ambient temperature affected the cellar. Anyway, quick hydration break here again. Okay. So Solston confirmed that building up high doesn't do that. Interesting. Man, I could have sworn it did. It supposedly uses sea level temperature. So you could technically, like Pixel Player is saying, dig a really deep pit. And it'd be warm down there, but it would be a great cellar. It's kind of weird, but okay. Oh, we've got Low Poly Cats, Ty Luna, and TL Forever 262 are here as well. Welcome, guys. Dirship can confirm that. Okay. Hey, we got Slim Jim Tiny Tim. Welcome. Love the name. You've been watching your videos for 3 years, and you wanted to say thank you for introducing me to the game. Love the videos. Keep up the good work. Thank you. I'm glad I did. I'm glad I got you into the game. All right, so let's see. Yeah, we're gonna get some regular stones, regular sandstone. We're gonna plug this with that, and then I think we'll kind of just do the same on the interior, and then we'll design some kind of thing in here. Although I think the design might come later. I think we'll build it first. We'll get it functional. We'll put in like shelves and stuff, but then we won't actually move stuff over. So we'll move enough over for today's stream, like maybe the vessel that the pies are in, and like one of the shelves with some crocks. We'll tuck them in there after everything's done, but then the rest of the move we'll do on Wednesday. I want to go ahead and put that on here. Moving day. Put that at the top. I'll make you orange, so that you take precedence over the other colors. All right, so we need you. We don't need you guys so much, or the snad. I'm going to put the dirt away and actually put the sand in here too. Sand and dirt go in here. We'll bring you out as well. Don't need gravel. Could be fun to do some kind of design with the andesite too. I'll think about that. Oh, that's sand. Sandstone rock, come with me. You know what? Let's bring you as well. Bring a couple of you. Hey, let's do it forever. Have I made it to the halfway point yet? I think we're... as far as total building time goes, we're probably at about the 40% mark. Just the interior is going to take quite some time. So I think we're getting close to halfway. So again, I think we'll finish this in about 6 or 7 months, most likely. Cool colors for a cellar sounds good. That's kind of what I was thinking, yeah. So how do we want to do that? And one of my thoughts is I don't want to do andesite right around the door frame here. Because I think red with the blue right up against it might look a little silly. We could do here. Let's do this. We could do a base layer of this. I like having a little base layer of a wall. It just breaks up a little bit of like, you know, visually. So we could do a base layer of this kind of the whole way around here. What's the rule for chiseling in a cellar? So you can use chisel blocks in a cellar, but they must be considered insulating. You don't do a gap between walls, just between doors. Your walls are 3 blocks thick. We really only need a 1 block thick wall. So if you're going 3 just because you think it's going to give you a better insulation, it won't. So you don't have to bother with that. What we'll do is we're going to take out this guy and this guy. Do that. And I think what we'll do is we'll probably hang this lantern here. So wherever... Yeah, we'll hang the lantern like up here somewhere, so it's in the corner. Maybe even put it like on a table or something, just so we don't have it. Because if we put it up in a corner, it's going to hang off from 1 block. Or we could do from something in the ceiling. Maybe, or like, you know, a block down or so. But we want to make sure that I just turned on the visibility of spawnable blocks. So it does cover this whole area. So that won't be an issue. If I put it way up high, though, yeah, then those blocks become a threat. So we definitely want this down there at the... Yeah, there at the highest. So we'll keep this there for the time being. We'll think about how we want to place it here, whether we want to put it on a shelf or what. I'm thinking a shelf might be nice, actually. We can put something underneath here. You end up doing 2 doors with an air gap between them in a hot climate just for the boost. I mean, for me, a 4% difference isn't really selling it to me, so... because we'd have to really change up how we have this design here. We could put a door here, and then like another door on this block. But again, that's just going to get in our way when we're trying to like cook stuff. Alright, so now we have our base layer of yellow. That might let us slip in andesite. Before I use this, I actually want to go see if we have any pre-chiseled stuff, because if we don't like it, I'm going to chisel it before I take it back out. So first let's grab our chisel. Then let's go and see if we have some more andesite upstairs. I think we had some that was already chiseled. You think NASA caught my build in the latest flyby? We got polished. Not quite what I'm looking for. Okay, so we don't. So we will need to just chisel this out if we hate it. Okay. If you don't like the cellar, it'll be a honey, there are 2 bow torn in the cellar again, in the pickles again. Nice. If it's a wall gap wall, would that mean you have to light in between the walls to stop spawning? I don't think so. Doors don't actually stop light. They might reduce it, but I don't think they actually stop it. If only you had some marble, some pink or white would go well in the cellar. Yeah, with all this slate we've been through in some of our mining adventures, we haven't found any marble, which is kind of a surprise. I mean, granted, marble is pretty rare, but just random chance would lead me to think we'd have found some by now. Ooh, 22 hours left. Okay. All right. I'm a little leery of just throwing the andesite in here, but let's try it. Yeah, the bumping right up against the chert is not. It is not. No siree. So what we could do is a couple options. One is we could. Ooh, it's kind of ugly against the acacia too, just in general. Yuck. Yuck, yuck, yuck. I think what I want to do here is maybe we do the outer walls in sandstone. And then the inner walls we do a mixture of andesite and either sandstone or the polished sandstone here at the bottom. We could continue up here. I think that would be the answer. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, okay. Yeah, let's do that. You remember when I stumbled across the marble in the last survival series? Yeah, that was a pretty nice find. I think we found did we find a couple pockets of it, or just one big one? I have a recollection of finding like multiple. I think they were all... Were they all the white marble? Or did we found one of each? We found one white and one pink. Or maybe 2 pink, because there was a pink one in a nearby mountain that stuck out of the ground too, I want to say. Okay, so let's get some of this going on in here. Go. That just looks better already. And here we do have the option of chiseling some of this a bit. So we could put some kind of border right here as well if we wanted to. And I might want to. Whether it's like a little bit of wooden trim, which we could do out of we could do those with the new posts, what are they called? Beams. And then 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to fill this in with dirt. Boop. That. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then we could do something. I don't know. But let's go ahead and I'm going to build this up to the top here. Whoops, not like that. Ah, shoot. Yeah, we'll chisel you. Why not? So something like this. Okay, so the designer in me does feel the need to... Let's see, where is my chiseled stuff? Is it you? It is you. I don't want to have this right up against the yellow. That doesn't look too bad, actually. Hmm. Hmm. I think I still want a bit of a border here. And whether that's from maybe a... like a something thicker, like a little archway thingy here, or even just a beam. I think I want something there. Yeah, that's not too bad. That joint's okay. Especially given that this is going to be covered in shelves and things. I don't think we need to worry too much about that. That color's going to get kind of covered up anyway. What do you guys think? You guys thinking the andesite, or should we go with something a little more plain like limestone? Let me let's see. Do a little poll. Poll. Seller. Andesite or limestone? Andy. Limey. Start poll. There we go. The pair speed's already down to a normal amount now at this point. It's kind of weird. I'm going to take a little water break while you're thinking. And yeah, since I'm still getting over this cold, I'm having to like hydrate a lot more. My throat gets drier faster. So back in just a moment. Okay, hydration complete. Let's go. I'm going to put a few things away. Actually, no, I'm going to not put things away. Let's make a few shelves. How to make shelves again? Right, it's like this, isn't it? Yep, there we go. So there's that. I guess we can't really hang them because we're not sure yet what kind of wall we're going to use. In fact, you know what we could do is, since we can chisel this, if we have any like bare areas of wall, we could come through and... That's so weird. It's getting toward dawn, so the lights just change in a sealed room, or a nearly sealed room. We could end up like chiseling something with andesite into the limestone, if we go with limestone. Limestone with an andesite or wooden trim. Well, we want to, yeah, we do want to try to keep wood out as much as we can. I think chiseling it in is okay, as long as the base block is stone. But I'm thinking, I mean, we're going to have a lot of wood in here anyway with these on the walls. It's kind of ugly with the andesite there. Whew. Okay. Well, pole is over enough for me. Limestone won by a bit of a hair. That's okay, though. Let's go ahead and we're going to tear this back out. We'll put these away, and we're going to go get some limestone. In fact, this might actually end up looking kind of like the basement over at the Panera, where we have some sandstone highlights, and then limestone. So we'll see how that turns out. I think it's generally a good look overall. Having a nice neutral color can really help in a lot of places, where other colors could be too noisy. Okay, so there's that. Do we have any limestone? A little bit here. You are not chiseled yet. Okay. Sand. I don't think we have any upstairs. Let's grab this guy. I think we're gonna need you. I can turn off the overlay. So oh, here we go. We have some that's already chiseled and some that's not. Let's get a little bit more. I think we need about 100 blocks total for that wall. There we go. There we go. Okay. Oughter do. Let's get you out of here. Let's put the regular stuff in here. Alright, so interior. Let's go ahead and try this. Yeah. I like that a lot more than the andesite. I'll probably even be tempted to maybe chisel it in on this side as well. But let's see, let's think about the ceiling as well. I do want to kind of maintain the arched look of the ceiling, which could be difficult in here just because of the geometry. A little silly geometry going on here. But what could we do here? We could really just do like a bit of like maybe surround the edges with slabs. And if we want to get really crazy, we could chisel in an extra step to make it like a staircase-like thing. I don't know that we need it. You like the limestone oak tree since it will have dark things in the walls? I agree. Yeah, so having all these here, that, and then covering those in crocks, like we're gonna barely see what's behind there anyway. So, yeah, I think it was a good call. I think it's a good call. And maybe we could leave the sandstone here, use it as like an accent wall. I don't know. We'll see. I'm thinking we will want to replace these guys with the limestone. See how it turns out. And I'm leaving the top blocks open for now because I don't yet know what I want to put in there. Because if we're going to cover it up mostly or entirely, we won't want to put limestone in there. We'll just use dirt. Terror speed's already climbing or descending. 15 hours. Oh man. Put you in here. How long do we have? 12 hours. Okay, so it's still better on our body. Okay. The pie lasts longer in my back pocket. Just like my ice cream cone. So let's see. Yeah, let's take you down for a second. Just pop you there. I'm thinking definitely tear up this dance floor. Which that is something that I wanted to do in the first guide season, but never really found a chance to. Was I kind of wanted to include a ballroom in Lupine Ridge. I never ended up doing it, but I think it'd be really cool if we did that at some point. See, if we have this here, I think we can definitely work some kind of archway into this. And maybe the answer is we also bring this out by another block, like that. Not like that. Darn it. Thought I had these on my bar. I did not have those. Boop. Come back with me. So these here, and then up with the limestone. That way we just have the same amount of like space to work with other side of the door. Which, yes, go ahead and do that. that'll give us an excuse to have some kind of functional thing in this corner. And then we can, of course, have this sit on maybe a shelf or something. Maybe this will be where we put some barrels. I don't know. I'll think about that. Now, in this corner here, we can't really put anything because of the way that shelves work. You know, we don't want to have them like this, so we'll never be able to really reach back in there very well. So this corner piece, this corner block, is going to be useless. We could put something else there if we can find some use for it. Trying to think. Maybe just decoration, really. We could even consider moving this guy into this corner. That might cause issues outside here. Not really. I mean, that's fine. We'll have more lights out here anyway, so. That means we could pile maybe crates up here, or barrels in the corner here. I do feel like it would still look kind of funny if we just did this here. So if we do this, it's not the worst, but it still feels kind of weird to me. So maybe, maybe we light this back up. No, that's not. Oh my goodness. Stop it. Charizard, you're killing me. There we go. All right, just go up there or something. Lantern there. And then we could just put like a column of something here, whether it's... we could put wood here. So now that we have the walls completely done, we could in fact put wood here and it wouldn't cause issues. Need more glow blocks. Yeah, I was thinking, like, do we carve something out of those glow blocks to put here? But we only have 64 glow blocks in total. And so I was thinking I'd want to save them for like something grand, like those pillars. I could easily see using half of the blocks that we have in these pillars, if not all of them, as, channeling the magic of our sun gods or whatever. This block light, are you kidding me? That's so weird. Okay. We'll have to consider that. Huh. That's wild. That is wild to me. You like keeping firewood in corners. That's not a bad point either. That's a pretty good point. Firewood stack might go well there. Although, only problem being when it's like, if it's empty, we could end up with things spawning back there. Let's fill this in. I think I'm gonna go ahead and just say we'll just use limestone here. There. So these sort of accent walls here. And we can figure out what to do with this at some point. But what we could do here is a bit of this. Whoops, not like that. I tripped on the basket. So yeah, I think that... Ooh. Ugh. Ugh. Ugh, that lighting. Ugh. Ouch. Alright, so I think what we want to do is we'll definitely want to use maybe like chiseled stairs in here to avoid the lighting issue, or at least attend the lighting issue in here. I have 10 blocks on me. We should only need to chisel a couple of them, though, so I think it should be enough. Got the stairs on us. Ah. I pick you up. Doesn't fix that. So that could be a problem. Really? Are you actually a spawnable block? That'd be so disappointing. I don't want to have lantern overhead, but I guess it wouldn't be the worst thing in the world. It could be relatively centered right there. I was hoping to have it down so we could, like, just see it more. But if that leads to spawnable blocks in here, I don't feel like dealing with that, so... So sorry. I'm sorry you feel that way. Yeah, we could do something like that. And with this being a cellar, I'm not super concerned about, like, the aesthetics as much, I think. Like, it, you know, it should feel a little claustrophobic, should feel a little unfinished, because this is where, like, the scullery maids go, you know, to dredge up food for morning breakfast and things. Something like that. I might not mind maybe making the ceiling something different, even if it's just sandstone. Or maybe the ceiling's where we put the andesite. Yeah, and we could make a little chain here. And I've done that before. So yeah, let's think about that. Let's do that. Let's go and fry some andesite first of all. Since we already have some that is chiseled, we can do so without, like, you know, wasting it, basically. Let's put away some of the stuff that we don't need right now. Like you and like you. Limestone. And we want... Ooh, my goodness. I don't know that we have any relieved or polished slate. No, we do. We have slate by the pan era. I'm like, wait a second. Didn't we get some slate a long time ago? We did. I don't have any here. But the pan era's got a couple of slate thingies, so we can grab a finishing chisel. Doesn't matter. It's upstairs. We'll just use the rough cut if we need any. Let's also turn off that. There we go. Do we have any already done? Hey, we do. Look at that. And let's grab, like, grab the stack of 6. Not a big deal. And then I think that's all we need from here at the moment. We're gonna oak tree making a little chain, which I like more than a rope. For like a you know, poor tavern or inn on the road, I think I'd still go for a chain, honestly, because they'd use a chain because it's, you know, a permanent light fixture. But for like a peasant's house, I'd use a rope, sure. But for here, we do chains. And maybe... because I didn't like the andesite running into... oh, you know what? Let's try it. Let's see if the andesite running into the sandstone here looks bad or not before we make a decision. So I'm going to go ahead and we're going to remove these. We'll start with that just to get a feel. Okay, I like it. I like it, but I do want to do the same border here. I feel like this just needs it. So we're going to replace you with these guys, because we won't be able to see that. We're going to do this. We're going to do a bit of this. A bit of that, and that. That. The same thing over here. Go. And then we'll just take you out. Boop. Now it's real dark. Now, in theory, this should still be considered a cellar, so we'll see. Give it a second to update. 0.28x. Awesome. Cool. Alright, so we want to have a little bit of a chain here coming down. We're going to go ahead and plop this block in here. Let's see, is that low enough what I want here? And also high enough? Yeah, that's good. So what we'll do here is we're going to plop it back down. We're going to get on a ladder. And this is something we've done quite a few times before, where we've made a chain like this. So I feel like I know what I'm doing here. We'll see if that's true. So we can have a little bit of a base plate, like something anchored into the ceiling here, and then something to anchor it to the lantern. And just because these can, we can still attach that. I think it needs to be just a little wider than the lantern to attach it. Like the lantern's stalk right there. So let's go ahead and we're going to shave this down a little bit more. See if we can still put the lantern on here. Oops, come back here. Hey, look at that. Okay, sweet. Move you out of the way. And yeah, I could use the hand planer for this part, but it's all the way over in the chest. Needs to be a 2x2 attachment point. Okay. Even smaller than this, you mean? I thought it couldn't attach if it was too small. You find repeatable chains are hard? There's actually, so what I do is I don't try to make a chain that has a loop in the middle that you can see. You'll see what I'm talking about in a minute. Yeah, it's a little simpler than that. We're going to go ahead and we're going to just thin this out. I guess we'll try the 2x2 here. All right, you know what? I'm gonna go and get the hand planer here. I've talked myself into it. Ta-da! Up, ta-da! There we go. All right, hand planer. Solves so many world problems. You can't attach to them one by one. It needs to be in the middle. Yep, I knew the middle part. All right, so boop, and boop, and boop, and boop. So that should, according to you guys, still attach. Hey, wow, look at that. Okay, cool. So here's what I like to do: is I just go like this. So we're gonna have a little bit of a chunk. Actually, it doesn't need to be a chunk here. We can just leave it alone. I'm going to put a little flare on it. Actually, I like the look of a flare. I don't know, just... not that we'll ever see it. There we go. I just do this. I just go like 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. We have a little bit of a layer at the top, usually a little bit bigger than the flare on the bottom. Something like that. All right, so then we're actually going to come over here, and wherever we didn't chisel here, which is kind of hard to see. Do I have, if I put you here, does that make it easier? Does not. And lighting this game is so finicky. If I hold it, it's okay. See better, but then I can't chisel. But basically, we're going to alternate. Like that. Alternate, let's see, the other side as well. Just gonna build a little ladder here too. It's like a weird shrine to the the ladder shrine to the lantern. So here. No. We got that one. Okay, good. Like that. Finish out this little bit here. And then chunk out these guys. There we go. So now it looks vaguely chain-like from a distance, even though it's not really a chain. Like, there's no central piece that's missing. But if you imagine it, like, right in there is where the gap would be in the link. So, we can, of course, grab you. Get you up there. And take out the ladders. And then it is hydration time for me again, after I have some pie. Okay, so there's our chain. This is probably pretty similar to what we did back in the second guide season, when we made a chain to hang our lantern from the ceiling in the living room with a skylight in it. So it should look pretty familiar to you. I think we also did this in... Yeah, I think we did this in Lupine Ridge too. I think the art room, like the chiseling room that we never used for chiseling, that also had a longer chain, I believe, from the ceiling. And these, you can make them fairly repeatable, to the point where I think you can actually just copy and paste them the whole way down, as long as you start them with some kind of base, so they're one half of a link off. So that should do. This corner is now sort of whatever. We can do anything here. I think What I might actually do is take these off of here. And we could do maybe some kind of, I don't know, like a little archway design. Probably out of chert, honestly. So 1, 2, 4 more of these. Do I have any wood? I don't. I'll put it over in the chest here. Go get a stack of that. Appears like a twisted Cuban chain. Not sure what twisted Cuban is. Sounds like a kind of cigar to me. Okay, let's make 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. So we have basically, effectively, double, or is it double or is it quadruple? I don't recall how many layers of shelves we have down in the cellar at the Oasis. But we have a lot of space here now. So then we'll have plenty of space under here for vessels. Oh, and we can also, I think we have a bunch of decorative vessels we haven't really used anywhere. So we can go grab some of those, put them in here. Let's go do that. Let's go fill this little space with things. And I'm realizing that because of all this, we might not get to a whole lot of this column today. We're an hour and a half in. I'm not planning on getting real fancy over there today. I just want to put the trunks in place. So maybe we will get to a decent amount of this today. But let's go ahead and get stuff. I'm going to put these away for now. We'll probably want them again later, but just want to make space for the stuff. Support beamish in the corners. That, or, like I said, more likely it'll be chert. Chisel some chert in. Let's bring a few things over first, just to see. Well, one, so we can have our pies over here. And two, to have our pies over here. Duh. Alright, so let's see. We had... Oh yeah, look at that. Got a few of these. Got a few plain ones. Okay. Let's see if our cheapskate guy is selling any more vessels or not. He had a lot of planters, as I recall. Loon, Leo, was you, Farad. Okay, yeah. 15 gears, though? Oh, man. Okay. We'll get one of each. So we need, what, 23 gears? Yeah, 23 gears. You, sir, are a highway robber. That's what you are, pal. 23. There we go. Come on. Talk to me, oh. Wait, why did that come off my head? Oh, because I grabbed the blackguard helm by accident. He has 6 of these. Wow. Alright. High and medium. A reindeer herder saddle blanket. For 11 gears change? Do we have that? I don't think we do. We have to die for it. It's to die for. We do have the cloth for it. I say we go for it. Won't take long. So I'm pretty sure Our dye vats are still pretty full here. Yeah, alright, so what was that? It was red, blue, red. Reindeer herder. Saddle blanket. 2 red, 1 blue, and a thready thingy. Sewing kit. Yeah. Alright. Good for 2 hours. Okay. Put this helmet back. There we go. So what I think I'll do here is I'm going to swap a couple of these. Oh, we have this too. Oh, yes. Completely missed you. You're coming with me. We're going to replace this guy with, like, one of these plain ones. So just a bit like this. Okay. You come with me. You go there. Alrighty. Then we have the tonic one. Oh, we have a sea salt as well. Ooh. Okay. Maybe we... Can I redistribute any of this stuff? I think I'd like to... find a way to take both of these. Maybe you know, open up some space here. Let's see, furniture and decorations. And you. Let's do some reorganizing here. Let's see. So we got all of this junk to redistribute. We'll start with that. Okay, cool. So I'm going to call wallpaper treasure overflow. Yeah, something's treasure overflow. So age chest, tech temporal stuff. Look, we're running out of space for decorations. Wallpaper. Okay. You. Let's see. Minerals bin. Do you have anything in you? Any spare room? No. Crushed alum. You're pretty full. You're totally full. Okay. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to start stealing these. We only have one brass. I'll leave the brass one here. That will let us find space for things and places. Just a little bit better. And a couple down here too, right? Yeah, I got 3. Like I said, we're going to want to start using these, maybe like around the doorways, so we may as well bring them with us. Alright, so we'll bring these back to the furniture bin. Your treasure? Sure. Your treasure? Sure. Oh, your steel arrows. Okay. Steel arrows are going to stay somewhere more accessible. Not sure where that's going to be, but we'll find a spot for it. And you get to just go in here. Yep. You're a ceramic now. I think steel arrows are going to go down here in our equipment. Oh, this is another one. We need to make some more vessels here, I think. You know what we could do? We could replace this vessel with this dark brown one. Let's do it. Or no, we have a duplicate. There we go. We got these guys. All right, so there's that. You come with me. You go in the corner. Steel arrows are in there. Let's go put these carpets away. Maybe steal the columns from the Panera. I was actually thinking about that more on a larger scale, in fact. Steel booth will fit in there. Okay, good. Sweet. Oh, you know, we have chandeliers too. These are coming with us. So coming with us. We're gonna want some of those. We're okay on candles for now. Okay. All right. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We only need one more. Ta-da! Look at that. And maybe we replace this as well. Just gonna do this to avoid the issue of things going to my inventory. Perfect. The perfect crime. There we go. So our home here is a little bit plainer. That's okay. We got 10. Just double check. Yeah, we got 10 new-ish, new to the temple vessels to put in there. Do I want to bring anything else with me? What's the pie doing? 6 days. Let's bring the pie with it at the very least. Okay. Activity is low. Oh, we have one more here too. Cool. Yes, as far as stealing the columns from the Panera, one of my ideas, and I'm gonna have to like maybe spend some more time on the idea, but my idea was to kind of scale it up for this. We'll see. That might be an option. Alright, so go there for now. Alright. Make some room. I think what we're going to do is we're going to try to make sure that we have like some warm and cool colors on both walls here. We won't make them all square on either. There's a little bit, little variety to them. There we go. Then let's see, let's do like you, and then you, and you, you, and you in that order. There we go. Nice and colorful. How many unique vessels are there? There's a whole bunch. Let's see, vessel. And some of these are going to be... I guess these up here are not modded. So there's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. 17 vessels so far. We have all the modded ones. There's also the, 4-ish colors, 5 colors, 7 colors. Let's see, we're going to do a dark brown. I thought there was more. Here we go. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 from natural clay. There's that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I stand corrected. 8. The fire clay is one as well. That's kind of cool. Sort of a burnt bottom. Gotta collect them all. Just about. Alright, so my thought here in the corners was fairly straightforward. Let's go put some of our odds and ends away here. I'm just kind of bringing over light sources into here. That's why I grabbed all these. You can stay here too. Sure. Hang with the plants, why not? My idea here is we're just going to make a little bit of a border out of chert. Oh, we're also going to grab... Do I have chert stairs on me? No, I'll grab you instead. It's fine. It's fine, Mom. But basically, we want to do a bit of this in the corner, and then... Oops. That. And bearing in mind that we're going to have a whole series of these archways going across here. This is just a continuation of... Or this is the start of that pattern, really. Like that. Then in here... Yeah, in here what we're going to do is... I think we'll just do... this. Let me just see how this works out here. Something like this. Now this one might need to become a full block that chisel down. So let's grab that real quick. And back. Whoops. Oh, and this might also need to become a full block right here. It's not a big deal. So full blocks in the corners. Something a bit like this. There we go. And just chisel these down. I guess didn't need the full block there. Oh well. Too late. That ain't too bad. Okay, a bit of this. Whoops, it's full blocks. Didn't want those. There we go. There we go. Now this part here is a little underdone, so maybe we do bring this back out. And we do just kind of the same thing over here. We just do a bit of this. I'm thinking we don't put a line going down here. I think we just do is this. See if this looks okay or not. Just like that. Just because I do want to have some space here for something. Maybe, like I said, barrels or a table or both. So yeah, we have our cellar. And it has currently... It's not too hot outside. I imagine that during the day, the spoil rate's going to go up a little bit. So right now it's at 0.27 for other. So I imagine that'll probably climb to 0.3. Unless by all the changes we made in here, that somehow seal it better, which I don't know. Not sure how that works exactly. All right. That's our pie. Slightly rotten. Okay, I'm just going to eat all this. Good enough. 6 days. I might even just like put these on the floor. Good for 6 days. So when we need a slice of pie, we come in here and we just take a slice or two of the pie with us. With our knife. Ta-da! There we go. That's how we eat. Straight off the floor. Okay. So our next thing is we want to get a whole bunch of trunks over there, over yonder. Let's put away all of our blocks. We're going to keep the acacia wood, because we need a lot of wood. Eat them whole. Floor pie. How about a lectern for tracking inventory? Yeah, if I have a lectern, we could plop something in there. I don't see any here. There's a large aged book stand that could potentially work for lectern. There is a dedicated lectern block that I don't know if we collected yet. Oh, we have more of these too. Oh, we have 5 more chandeliers. Holy cow! Okay. I know we do have some more decorative blocks, decorative ruin blocks over at the other base, so we can maybe fall back on those as well. Let's go grab... let's go grab our nails and strips. We'll take a quick peek at the potential blocks for a lectern. Let's see, treasure overflow. Do we have any lectern-y like blocks? I know we've seen them. I don't know if I collected them or not. Furniture. Another large aged book stand. Okay. So I do want to find out. I do want to see... Oops, wrong button. What did I just do? Pressed a button and my screen jiggled for no reason. Okay. Let's see. Book stand. So they do have decorative book stands. Oh. 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 Interesting. Interesting. So, that'd be so cool. So these are treasure you can get from the Better Ruins ruins. And we found a fair few Better Ruins. Maybe it's time for us to think about, and maybe not today, maybe it's time for us to think about hitting up a few more ruins. We have a few we haven't gone to yet. Oops, wrong button. The map. There are a few that we know we haven't gone to. One is down here in the water. I don't... Maybe we did hit that one. There's another one I've seen up here somewhere. I think on the map. Up here? No. There should be another one like that one. Kind of, again, in the water. We ransacked that one pretty well. There's something here, too. We can ransack. That's flowers. See, so we could potentially go on a better ruins hunt for a bit. And that could be something to break up the building. I know we also haven't been through... We've gone through the entirety of this ruin here. I don't think we finished this one up. I think we went in there, we kind of got our butts kicked a little bit. We backed out. We got some stuff from there. It's just another thing we could do. There's another one of those lurking somewhere that we also have not been to. But yeah, that's a possibility. So let's think about that. I'll put that on the list here. So better ruins raid. We also have somewhere in here. Let's bring this up again. I think it's this one. Yes, we have the Forlorn Hope Tower marked 5 million miles this way. Okay, so it's like 10 miles this way. That's something we could do. We've also have... I think we also have the mall. Is it the mall? No, there's like a library, devastation, residence archives, Bias's Cave, village, Lazaret. I thought we had one more marked, one more somewhere on the map. That was like residence archives. Like the library or the college or something. Maybe we didn't buy that one. There's something that we needed to get for one of those, and we didn't have it. We did trade one thing to them, like a globe, I think. Oh, the university. That's the one I'm thinking of. The university. All of you, you come with me. Time to get traveling, yeah. Hey there, Enterprise Architecture. Welcome. Glad to catch me live again. Hope you're having a good one. Yeah, I'm recovering from a preschooler sickness. Isn't that why I have this silver dagger? Oh, you know what? You're right. I think the silver dagger might be the thing that we have to trade for the university. Is that to the luxury goods trader? Our saws up here. There you are, buddy. Go throw these other light sources down in here. The university is a good place for blueprints? Okay. Yeah, that'd be real nice. That'd be super awesome. Alright, so a few of you, a few of you. Wow, we have 8 chandeliers. That's pretty cool. That could be really nice for, like... Yeah, we've got a design here based on 4s, so we could put, like, a chandelier hanging from somewhere in here, like, you know, off of here. They light up in a huge area. So that could be really handy, given how much space we had to light up in here. So back in here, I'm not going to close this off via doorways. I will probably replace this with chert, and then we'll just sort of build chert archways across here. And we'll fix this thing in the back, which I don't have the stuff for right now. But I think as far as design goes... So we could do the smart thing, which would be to, like, put the trunks to like this, like we did in the second guide series. But I feel like that's just too efficient and not for this temple, it's not decorative enough. I think what we'll do here, let's build a few of these. Also make like one more. Boop. There we go. Makes 12. Good grief. Okay, so in the second guide season, we basically did this. And we put signs on the sides here so we can see what's going on there. But I feel like for this build, being space efficient is not terribly important. So I feel like it's more interesting to do something like this, where each bay has 3, like front and center, and then maybe on this side, maybe these guys will put single chests and put some smaller stuff in here. Basically, so I'm thinking like this. Make a few more of these here. And we'll do 6 chests that are just regular chests. So there's that. It's hydration time for me. Just a moment. Ooh. My voice pooped out there pretty hard. Okay, so I want to grab a bit of you. And was that it? I think so. Just slap you up there, like so. Yeah, I think this is going to be chopped down like this. Looks better that way. Oh, I wanted to grab sandstone so we can actually fill those blocks in. So those are the sand blocks that we'll see from the outside. So I do want to make sure that they're taken care of. There we go. You come with me. Actually, I'm going to grab this block. Yeah, okay. Do it the same way, right? Yes, okay. Oops. To swap you with you. So you'll become chiseled in this fashion. There we go. The rest of you get to have these blocks put in manually. There we go. All right, so just knock out all these guys. And plop this back in. There we go. Moldy pie. Yum yum. And just pop you guys in there. And that way what we can do is here we could maybe put something here, or even just decorations. We could, you know, put some more potted trees here. But I think the key is going to be, we probably want to think about putting some kind of indicator as to what's in each of these. And we could just use signs. I think in... Shoot. The frame. I don't think there's not an item frame, is there? Frame rack. No. Not a frame racks. Pulverizer frame. Display case. So we could use a display case to indicate what's in each of these. That could be nice. The only problem is, what about the top ones? We could put like we could do display cases like one here and one here, or like one here and, I don't know, zigzag them. We could even maybe, I don't know, parchment frame. Yeah, there isn't a parchment frame, and we can't put a parchment label on a trunk, sadly. You need something flanking the trunks. Yeah, that's what we're talking about, Wade Parker. We could put, you know, mineral samples or display cases. Yeah, exactly. That's what we're talking about here. The question is, how do we want to do that while also being able to indicate what's in this top trunk? And maybe the answer is we put it on top. You know, I don't know. So we'll have basically like at least one more bay here. I think, let's see, 1, 2, 3. There might also be some merit in coming across here, maybe putting some kind of stacked trunks in here. I'd like this to be mostly open though, so like I may or may not close this off. I think I mentioned closing it off last time. I may or may not do that. Might just fence it in. We'll have to see if this is enough storage for us though. We can also put like, we could do maybe one more row here that gets kind of funky with this here. So I'm a little more hesitant to do that one. Chiseled icons would be great, but time consuming. Yeah, and that's why I am leaning toward like maybe we just do signs after all. Do signs, label them, and then we put, you know, trees and planters here and other decorations and so on. We'll see. These doing, oh, these died already. Great. Neat. How are these doing over here? Dead. Dead. Oh, really? Let's go fix those up real quick while we're here. We've got a moment or two. I'm going to leave these here. We'll see if I remember that later. Phoenix, it's snowing. I assume you mean by you, not here in the desert. I take it you don't see snow very often? Right. Orange trees, here we go. Big fluffy snow? Very nice. There are decorative signs from OP's mods that can be a bit more custom. Signpost decorative sign. You can right click with a chiseled block to change its shape. Huh. Interesting. That could be something to look at. I don't know how it's going to work, but we'll see. Alright, so you're dead. You're also dead. Go. And you. Boop. I guess these are probably not quite ready yet. Just keep the cuttings on me. Still going. Still going, okay. Just plop these, I don't know, here. Perfect. Okay. Oh, need pie. It's pie time. Alright, so we have about an hour left. I do want to go ahead and start on this column out here. 2 days. Okay, cool. That's fine. 2 out of 6 made it? Yeah. Oh, 2 more. So we'll see if those 2 make it. If one of them makes it, it gives us a 25%. So we want both of them to make it to really hit that 40%. You're out of here, Tylena? Well, thanks for coming by. Hope to see you again soon. So yeah, so these columns are where I want to start getting fancy. Fancy. Let's go ahead and we're going to start by largely just replacing the column with full sandstone blocks. That may not be the final color of everything, but it's where I want to start. I'm also wondering, do we maybe want to thin this out even more? Because we, well, let me think. It does kind of need to be a little bulkier up there, but it doesn't need to be that bulky, I don't think. What we could do is, in theory, we could make these largely out of just slabs. There's a wee little bit of a corner there. That would make them just a little less chunky. Like I like that they're thick. I think they're a little too thick. Sadly, we can't like labify these things. We can at least let's grab some slabs. I'm feeling slab happy. I have more? I do have more. Sweet. So we're going to start by, let's slabify this column here and see how it looks. I'm also going to put you on the floor rather than hanging off that. And the reason I say this is that we're, like, as far as visibility goes, like, these are chewing up a lot of visibility, which, you know, I did intend. That was on purpose to some extent. I feel like if we slabify as much of this as we can save some of that visibility and bring it... Would you get off the ladder, please? Bring it back. There we go. So that should be the same height as that over there. I think it is. Let's see, so 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, there we go. Okay. So what I would do here is I would chop this down to this height here, all portions. So there's that. Let's fill that floor back in a little bit there. And then all we would do is send these vertical. Actually, no, I'm going to make them auto, so I can place them from any angle. And fall off, apparently. Oops. If we can just shape off a little bit of these columns, it may just make the whole place feel a little bit more open, a little bit less dwarven, you know? Take a look. Yes, so rather than bringing this out even more, we've maintained the flare here at the base, and we've just made it a little thinner in the middle. I think it looks good. Hey there, Phil Boswell. I could chisel holes in it to play music as the wind blew through it. Sure. You have tea, you're refreshed, you can type in chat. Very good. Yeah, so we want to tear down some of this. Like these are actually too big for here. These effectively become slabs, although we might end up with a slightly wider bit at the very, very bottom. So I don't want to get too crazy with this. We'll take off these bits here. I'll just really quickly hit that just so I have a mark where our flare begins here. I missed you. Okay. Back here. Let's grab... I'll just grab it on you. Third pole. There we go. Oh, so you opened the stream from Discord and there wasn't a chat box. Oh, that's weird. Hey. So I do want to go take a look at the design over at the Pan Era before we get started here. And the reason is, and someone brought it up in chat earlier, was I could steal the design from the Pan Era. And I was thinking about that this morning. I was thinking, like, in our little games lore here, what if when we designed the Pan Era, we had already been to this temple and we're like, oh, let's borrow that architecture. So what if, per the lore, if not the reality, what if we had borrowed the design of the pillars from the temple for the Pan Era and not the other way around? Hmm. I don't dislike the idea. I really like the crisscross stuff here. But I wonder... So my concern with the crisscross idea is that I think it's a little too much blue and maybe a little too much bauxite for the area we're working with. I mean, like, the bauxite's going to stand out like a sore thumb, like crazy. How about replacing those towers with 4 of these in a square? Nah, they're a little too thin for that. Plus, we have some of the towers have internal structure to them that we need to keep, like for the ladder up and down. And the fact that they need to flare at the top in order to support the walkway. So I'm thinking at least this base pattern it's a good column base. I want to keep that. As for the middle area, use same shape but different colors. That's kind of what I'm leaning toward. Like maybe we do the crisscross out of like sandstone and andesite. But that makes me think of the floor over at the temple, the walkways. Let's go take a peek at those too. Isn't that what I used on the malachite pedestals? Yes. So those columns have a base and a crown of the same design, just different colors. Ooh. Ah, get off me. Or me get off. Of course, there's no floor in this arm, but... So this. So we already have a similar diamond pattern right here. So the question then is, I guess, we want to think about how these columns are going to work in conjunction with whatever floor we have. So, do we want to continue this floor inside, or is that going to be our outside-only floor? And or do we kind of reuse that floor pattern for these columns here? Like, I feel like this would make a really nice design where we have a patterned base, you know, with the same, you know, same colors as the design over at the Panera, which was kind of the point of this, because it's a great color combo, and 2, it brings that same sort of deserty design over here. So we could have a patterned base with sandstone and bauxite. We could have like a bit of a deeper blue bit, maybe not repeating this chain pattern, but we could repeat some other pattern, and then have the bulk of the column be was a limestone base with the blue crisscross diamond shape. If we do, like, whichever one we do, let's say we bring the floor in here, we wouldn't want to do these in the same patterns and designs. I think it would look weird, dumb, or too repetitive. It would look like somebody wearing like a full like herringbone suit or corduroy, you know, something with a pattern that's just great in a small amount, but too much when you have, you know, the full, you know, everything is covered in it. So I'm gonna take a quick hydration break here, just a moment. Okay. So yeah, so if we do the floor in that pattern, we don't want to do the columns in that pattern. If we do the columns in that pattern, we don't want to do the floor in that pattern. In which case, we'll want to figure out something else for the floor. And I do wonder. I do kind of wonder if we do this pattern for these columns. I'm actually going to open this door and close this one since we're working over here. If we do this pattern on the columns, do we want to have a simpler pattern on the floor? And my thought here is that, you know, this is a temple to, you know, sun, water, air, and knowledge. So do we really want to have our acolytes and visitors staring at the beautiful floor as they come in here? Or do we want them to enter these doors and look up and see all these cool patterns and designs and colors? I guess patterns and designs are the same thing, but, you know, whatever. And sort of help draw their eye away from the floor and up into here. I'm kind of leaning toward that. And then we'd have like, I think we'd have like bordered zones in the floor where like this walkway might be a little more patterned than the rest of the floors. And the rest of them would kind of be like a border or a double border. You know, something like this, but different. And then just a large, flatter expanse in between that leads you between different areas. So we'd have like a little, you know, like effectively a stone-carved rug in the floor here, leading to here, that then would turn this way and lead you through these areas here. I'm kind of leaning toward that. I'm liking that the more I talk about it. So yeah, let's try something like this for the columns, and then we'll figure out the rest as we go. The next question will be, how tall we make the base of the column. And I think what we're going to do is we're going to probably bring down some of this. I think like when I have like this comes down to here for our pattern. That way we have 2 blocks here for whatever design is going to go in here. We'll want to think about how we connect these. So we might have to sort of design some kind of special little buttress under here. You want to draw their eyes to the pattern floor or ceiling mosaics? We're not doing ceiling mosaics, sorry. Now I want to draw their eyes toward the center of this. So when they look up, they're going to want to, you know, come up here and see what's going on here. So we'll still have 1, 2, 3, 4 patterned columns here. But then they want to come here and look up. And this section, we will do something fancier with the ceiling. The rest of the temple will mostly be, we'll be replacing or covering this design with sandstone. In fact, because this is actually a subfloor, like this ceiling is currently a subfloor to the stuff going on top of it, which would be the the compass rose pattern we have here. We can, for the most part, just dig all this out, except for where the gardens are, and replace it with whatever we need to. So that shouldn't be a problem. The gardens, problem. So I am thinking we're going to want to probably just keep this mostly as is and avoid digging into the ceiling, except for like in the center areas. All right. Well, let's just try. Let's go get some materials. Limestone and andesite. Let's see, a little bit of bauxite. And I think we're gonna avoid using the polished bauxite. So the columns over at the Panera use polished bauxite at the base. That's a bit too intense for here. I think we're gonna stick with the regular bauxite. So I think we're gonna want a little bit more of it. 18. All right, we can start with this. We can at least get, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, we need a few more. A couple more. Let's grab you. Good box it up here. Hey there, Chisel and Thea. Welcome. Oh, here we go. Was fretting over nothing. Midnight Munchie. Let's put you away, and we'll put you away. The wood. Probably you as well. Oh, do we have the hand planer? We do not. What about some of that? The graph. Okay. Okay, so. One thought is we could potentially snapshot you. I'm getting clever here. Getting clever, guys. And do this. We go and grab you. To rotate on this axis. Oh, and then like that. And then we can move 8. Okay. That would at least give us a pattern to work with, to start from. Yes. I do think so. Maybe. We may have to dig out a lot more of this than I expected to. I mean, it's not a big deal. We'll just be chiseling in some of the andesite here. Yeah, you'll be fine. Oh, that was in response to you to Tizona yawning and Carp 42 saying they're contagious. Okay, let's try. That's 4 and 4. It should be more like 5 and 3. Try a 2. Another 2. We'll do 1s the rest of the way here. It looks reasonably round to me. Tell you what. We're going to take this down. Plop it on the floor. Right about here. We're going to put down a few of these. We're going to copy this sucker. Okay. I'm going to rotate you guys. And flip. See how round that is from above. That's pretty close. I think it needs to be just a little bit more... Oops, no, wrong button. Up we go. I wanted to kind of zoom. Actually going to put these in the center just so I can a better view. Better lighting too. That's really close. Yeah, so these parts right here are just a little bit too flat, but we can either bring them out. If we bring them out, the problem is we're going to want to put an extra block right there. I don't want that. So I think the better move is to actually push these all in a little bit so that there's a little bit less material right here on the very center. And that might even... That might even require pushing this in a little bit. So if you think about it, from the center of this circle to here is just over 1.41. Like to this corner, it's 1.41 blocks. So we're going to bring this from this center to out here to 1.41-ish blocks. Right now we're at 1.5 blocks. We bring it back, that's going to reduce it by 8.25%. So we're just a hair over that 1.41, which we're also just a hair over that 1.41 right on these little bits right here. So I think play here, unfortunately, is going to be... actually, we can probably move this in so we can maintain this pattern's visibility. So if we just... Come here. Scooch. We're going to scooch you that way. Then we're going to bring these out a little bit. Just one. Island mode. I'm going to break this one so I can see what I'm doing here. Let's see what that does. Let's put you back. Where would you go? Here you are. Okay. So we're gonna snap you. There we go. Oh, hammer. Right. It's a little lobular. Yeah, that's what we're avoiding here. Get fewer lobes. Flip. So flip. I think it's still a little bit. It needs to come out. It needs to come in right there, I think. I mean, honestly, we're never going to notice it. Like, that's... From the side, that's pretty perfect. But I do feel like we could... see here. Yeah, we push that one back just one more... Whoops. Not like that. We push this back. That might feel a little... We'll see. Oops, I missed it, didn't I? I did. Darn it. I done goofed. No, I didn't. The goal here is to... I think I need to pull this out. That's what I need to do. Let's try that. No, that's even worse. Although, the issue could be that I'm not swoopy enough this way. Yeah, you know what? I think that's the case. I think this may be a little too wide here. Let's see. I think that's the play. All right, let's copy this. Let's give a spin. Flip. Oops. Looks pretty round to me. Not too shabby. Then we can come in here with the andesite. Let's see. We're gonna do. Let's try that again. Come with the andesite. Oops. I may need to copy this pattern and borrow it from it. I'm going to just grab, like, a block out of here. Come with me. Okay, so we go over an extra one. Yeah, this might be a little tricky because we're now having to deal with this curve here, which could be interesting, to say the least. So let's see how well we do here. So we're effectively right here now. So we need to bring it down. Okay. See how this goes. Oops. That gets doubled up right here at the edge, okay? Let's see if this translates to here. We're going to flip, or spin and flip. No, we are nowhere close. Wow. Okay, we're way off. Oh, you know what? No, I'm stupid. I'm a doof. We're working from this. This is the middle. This is the edge of the block. So we should be working from this way. Okay. So we really just need to, hopefully... Yeah, we'll see how that goes. I feel like this is going to be a little clunky looking, because it's going to stretch this design a little bit. That might be a little bit inevitable. I don't know, we'll see. Oh, darn it. Okay, so that should then be copyable to you. Then we can swish and flick. Okay, so that is going to be the downside to this pattern, is that from directly on like this, it'll look accurate, but it needs to be like, you know, shorter. It should be rolling around this a little shorter. So and I don't know that there's a graceful way to fix that. Oh, the middle's got too many voxels. Oh, you're right. Oh, you are right. Oh, gross. Oh, gross. So we would need to find... Okay, so the issue is that this is not a centered design. And I believe the reason is that... oh, I know why it's not. It's because we're trying to build an odd numbered design on an even number of pixels. Okay. You're right, this is pretty fat. How to fix that? Weird arms doing arm things. Let's get some pie real quick. While I think and shake my head. Did I put away all my boxes? No. Boxes are over yonder. They're over here. We have a few left that I just didn't place yet. So, we got 6 left. Alright, well that's interesting. So here's going to be the real challenge. Is that ideally we'd want the apparent size of this not to change as we walk around. It's like we have thinner here. So this is going to be, you know, roughly 1.4-ish times as wide as this. There isn't a great way around that, except maybe finding a way to stretch this out a little bit. Trying to project the pattern around. If you shift by 2 voxels to correct, the pattern might not align with the other flat faces exactly. So what we could do is, gosh, I don't know. Let's try for some optical illusions. This might go poorly. This could go horribly. So, tell you what, I'm going to start by... Y'all are going to love this. We're going to copy this. And then we're going to, I think it's what? It's... Is it Control P? No. It's... I think I changed it. Let's see. Controls. It's just P. Okay. There we go. We're going to save this as column template 1. A template, column template, yeah, 1. It's fine. Save shape. Boop. So, there it is. Okay. So when I really F this up, we'll be able to come back to it. So, first of all, whoops, darn it, did it again. Let's see, we're going to chunk you out and replace you with the limestone. Oops. Stop it. So my thought here is, we need to find a way to stretch this just a tiny bit. Or, oh, you know what else we could do? So we could stretch it, or we could try fattening it up and making it a little bit less notice, or a little chunkier. An option 2. So my initial thought is this. We're just going to do this here. We're going to commit to it temporarily, I think. Oh, no, you know what? Oh, we can try it. See if anybody notices. That is the secret to this. Okay. Secret is make this one 3 voxels. Really? I saw that. Weird. Is there a rift out here? Nope, just decided. Okay, wonderful. Would a rope attached to a fixed point and to a stick to draw on the same wouldn't do in this situation? Well, ish. The problem is we're dealing with a circular design in a world of squares. So we're definitely doing round peg square hole operations here, and they're not the greatest. So we can't get rid of this being double thick here. The problem that I foresee here is that we're going to have thick, less thick, thinnest. But then again, we might not care that much. It might be fine. The situation didn't go in the square hole. I think I expanded the diamond on the wrong side. Well, if I expand it on this side, we need to really change the geometry of this diamond. That's really the issue here, is that, well, you know what we could do? You're right. You might be right about that. Tell you what, I'm going to copy this. We're going to plop it here. We'll give you a flip. We're going to try it from this side. Actually, we're going to also copy. Yeah, we'll recopy this once we finish what I'm thinking here. So what if we actually narrow this down? Oh, yes. Let's try this. Nope, wrong button. Okay, so we do that. Heard it. I was doing they're replacing the same color the entire time. And nobody yelled at me. Okay, so then, oops. So we still have the problem of this sort of expanded center here. It also might just be that the size of our diamond here just is not right for the amount of space we have. Which is probably the real answer right there. The reality is that this is not a symmetrical design. Well, yeah, it's not symmetrical. We could not flip it this way and have it look right. Problem is, here, we need to do that. Which is why we're doing all these silly, silly adjustments along the way. Oh, sorry, emergency water break. All right, so let's think about this. Let's... Yeah, I don't really want... I don't want to expand this even more, because this is sort of a maximum of three blocks wide. We've already hit that maximum. The only other way to change that would be to alter the angle of this diamond here. But that means also altering the angle of this, and probably of this, honestly. Tell you what. Copy you to here. I'm gonna copy you here. Alright, so due to the original geometry of this design here, you can ignore this block over here. Okay, I'll just you again, plop you there, give you a spin. There we go. So our options here are, we have either a slightly wider diamond on the 45-degree side, or we have a slightly wider stripe somewhere. So in this case, I put it here and here. So this would end up being kind of bigger than I like it to be. And now this diamond is smaller than these guys. So I'll put a quick, you know, I'm not going to put a poll. I'm deciding, I think this is more livable for me. I prefer this over this. This is just, Let's go ahead and we're going to grab this again. We're just going to copy it everywhere. We'll do our thing. Oops. It's all done. Don't know if you can describe your thought. Expand the diamond away from the center and on the corner do 1 instead of 2. Okay, so the problem with that is we don't have a piece here to do that with. So it's 2 because this is here's a new block. So here's the block. There's no central piece here on the corner. Now we could do that. That would require either chopping it back to reveal this piece right here, which would be an issue with ladder, or we'd have to bring out the design by 1 voxel into a new block. That's doable, but I really want to avoid it because it's a real pain in the butt. So I think for the sake of my sanity, I'm going to go with this, even though we could, yes, you're right, we could make it slightly more perfect or slightly less imperfect by bringing this out 1 more voxel, adjusting the whole circle to fit it, and then having that centerpiece. We could then, you're right, do basically a single voxel stripe there. Wait, something didn't copy here. Oh, I did, okay, I did expand this one. That's what I did, okay. Yeah, I just think that's about as perfect as we're going to get it. Just because we didn't redesign the entire geometry for this. And I don't have the degree in math needed to do that. Like, I'm sure there's a way to design a diamond pattern like this, that's centered like this, and refit it by making it maybe a little taller, a little wider, one of the two, to get it to go the whole way around. But I think, as far as my tiny brain can do it, this is about as close as we can get. Yeah. So, that's what we'll do. I think I'm happy with that. And it's the kind of thing where, like, when you're standing here walking through, it won't be noticeable. It's only when you look close and inspect and look for flaws that we'll see it. Yeah, you can kind of see it if you look close. Alright. So let's go ahead and we're going to grab this guy. These in one by one, I think. And artists will see their flaws, but 90% of the time we won't see them. Exactly. That's kind of my thought here. That's going to be... It'll be an issue for me and me only. And you guys. Specifically you guys. Anybody actively watching this stream. Or maybe some of the viewers of the videos. Oops. At least it's symmetrical. That tends to be what will bug people the most. Yeah, exactly. But I heard a creature. And so now we have a much tighter design here. Oh, that's... You know what? That looks great. That's going to look terrific, I think. And that will go basically... Yeah, and we might fiddle with this. I might actually bring the base up like one more block before starting this design. But I don't know. We'll see. Yeah, that's going to look great. And it'll give so much more visibility because look how much extra visibility this was blocking here. It's basically over half a block. Because this is now 1.41, so we got 0.59 blocks of visibility back. And that's going to be times 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 standing right here. 10, 11, 10. 10. Tina Kinkenny, you made it just in time to say goodbye. Oh no. Well, folks, we made a lot of progress today, but it is 1 o'clock. That means it's time for me to go and get some lunch and then get to editing, which is quick. I'm going to put that block back in place first. Let's go do that. Block. There we go. That way it doesn't bother me in the outro. So much better. Well, folks, hope you enjoyed the stream and the designing of our little cellar and our storage area. Well, the bulk plopping down of trunks in our storage area. And I hope you enjoyed the fiddling with the design of these columns. I think on Wednesday we will have another chores stream. We do have a lot of clay forming to do yet, so work on that. And I might, if we finish that, we'll start moving some stuff over. I think Yeah, as was mentioned, leaving the vicinity of a active beehive kiln is not wise. So I think we'll have to stick around the oasis, which means probably it'll be some smithing, maybe some steelworking, maybe even turning some of those copper plates into lanterns, and/or we could also make some more candles. So we get plenty of stuff to do while we are waiting for our kiln to finish. But folks, that's going to do it for today. Hope you all enjoyed, and as always, my name is Hazman Kurazar. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.